Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for Min's Defense. I know that this is an especially challenging time for our UNC community, and we're glad that you're able to be here with us today. We're all used to virtual presentation formats by now, but before I introduce Min, I just want to lay out some just general guidelines. After my brief introduction, Min will give a 35-minute presentation, and this will be followed by 15 to 20 minutes of questions and answers. Please be on mute during the 35-minute presentation, and during the Q&A, you can unmute yourself if you have a question and then go ahead and ask, or you can ask your question through the chat box. Someone's going to be monitoring the chat box during the whole presentation, so if there's a technical issue, please let us know on chat box, and we will do our best to fix it. So I'm so happy to be here with Min today. I want to start by thanking her committee members, Heidi Hutton, Luz McNaughton-Rice, Kate Messig, and Brian Pence for their amazing support throughout this process. In 2013, Min graduated with a medical degree in the top 3% of her graduating class at Hanoi Medical University, the oldest and most prestigious medical school in Vietnam. After completing her medical degree, Min attended UCLA and received an MS in epidemiology. She was a lecturer at Hanoi Medical University for 2 years before joining us here at UNC. I first met Min while she was at Hanoi Medical University in Vietnam. She approached me in Vietnam to ask if she could write a paper using a data set from our study among men who have sex with men in Hanoi. Many people have approached us to work on our data, and we're always happy to collaborate. At the same time, we often know that good intentions don't translate into action. But Min analyzed the data, collaborated closely with our team on drafting the paper, and the paper was accepted to the International Journal of STD and AIDS within a year and a half, an impressive timeline. At UNC, Min received the prestigious 5-year Royster Fellowship, and during her time here, Min has had many impressive academic accomplishments. She has published 7 first author papers and 6 co-authored papers, and she has several more in the pipeline. She has had 6 abstracts accepted at international conferences, and just yesterday, she gave an oral presentation on her second dissertation paper at the International AIDS Society Symposium on Global Mental Health Care. She's currently a project coordinator on a large implementation science trial that is occurring in 42 ART clinics across 10 provinces in Vietnam, and has been project coordinator on 2 smaller mixed method studies in Vietnam, one on mental health and another on alcohol use in ART clinics. At UNC, she's also been an active member of our community, receiving the UNC Leadership Development Scholarship to organize a global health virtual symposium for students interested in working in global health. Much of what Min does and what she excels in is not quantifiable. She has an amazing ability to thrive in basically any setting. She can easily navigate sensitive topics with the highest levels of the Ministry of Health in Vietnam, and is just as happy to get into the weeds of transcribing qualitative interviews and coding data with her peers. And as if these amazing accomplishments were not enough in their own right, Min did all of this while living far away from her family for 2.5 years. When the pandemic hit, she was in Hanoi, where she managed to continue working closely with her committee members virtually. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Min's non-academic achievements over the past 4 years as well. She gave birth to a beautiful daughter 2.5 years ago and is about to have her 3rd child, both in the US. She ran the New York City Marathon, and mind you, she's not a runner, she just thought it would be a fun experience. And don't laugh, you may not be impressed with this, but she bought and sold 2 used cars on Craigslist. My husband and I were amazed. I don't know about you, but I've always been scared to buy a used car from an owner. She was not some naive purchaser that was going to be conned. She taught me and my husband what to look for in used cars and how to spot a scammer from a mile away. Once again, flexing her diplomatic muscles to negotiate the right price for the right car. And finally, one last little story. Last week, while 8.5 months pregnant and preparing a proposal for her postdoc, and while preparing for this defense, she casually dropped off homemade Vietnamese rolls at her house, in her used car, by the way, just because. Min is incredibly bright, humble, warm, funny, adventurous, and one of the most generous people I know. It's really great to have all of you here. We're so happy that her husband Lynn and her parents are all able to join from Vietnam virtually, even though it is at 11 at night. And I heard, Lynn, that you even got your daughters up to listen. This is just another reflection of the incredible dedication and support that they have given Minh throughout this process. We are also recording this so that her friends and family, including her small children, in case they're too sleepy now, can listen, and they may not have been able to stay up to watch. And with this, I'm going to turn this over to Minh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vivian, for your introduction. And thank you everyone for coming here today to listen to my dissertation defense. Yes, so I will get started with my presentation. You can see it, everything. Okay. Yeah.